Do you want to try some of the best coffee you've ever had, but you can't get in America or it's very hard to find? Well, if so, stay tuned and we're going to talk about it. Cheers, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Bourbon and Booze. I'm so glad you're here. Recently, we had a video about the best low budget mainstream coffee. Was it Folgers? Was it Community? Was it Maxwell House? And it was pretty evenly put out. Unfortunately, the blind tasters who are Folgers diehards chose Maxwell House over the others, and that was a surprise to them. Many of you guys argue that Folgers is the best American coffee and that Maxwell House is close second, or many of you argue that Maxwell House is the best with Folgers a close second. But that's just the mainstream coffee. We have a lot of coffee out there in America, Peet's and Starbucks and all sorts of craft coffees, just tons of stuff. And we try to put those on the show every now and then, but we're going to continue this on Wednesday. But I want to talk about some of the best coffee in the world that I've ever tried, and it's not from America. And unfortunately, it's hard to get here in America. Now, Lavazza is probably one of the best coffees I've ever had, and it is available in America, but in very limited flavor profiles. You can get those online, but and there are a couple of Lavazza stores in the nation. There's one here in Dallas. I can go to and get some pretty good coffee, different variations of it, but mostly you have to either order it online or go to Europe where they have such a wide variety. In fact, they have Lavazza stores much like Starbucks over in Europe. And one of my favorite areas of coffee is going to be Italy. Italy coffee is far superior than anything I've ever had, including Costa Rican and Colombia. The Italian coffee is just amazing, followed so closely by French coffee. However, there is a very kind of unknown here in America coffee that is one of the most superior coffees I've ever had, and that's Julius Menil. And I hope I said that right. It's Julius Menil, Julius Menil. It's a renowned Austrian coffee roasting company with a rich history dating back to 1862. And so let's look at this. Founded by Julius Menil in Vienna, Austria in 1862. Initially, it started as a colonial goods store. So they're selling stuff that was part of the Italian and French colonies, because Italy was part of French at that time, or on and off at that time. They were selling items like coffee, but also tea and spices. Now, if you know your history, tea was something that helped spur the colonialism of England and France at the time. The Menil family, I got to make sure I say that right, quickly expanded their business, establishing themselves as one of the premier suppliers of coffee in the Austrian-Hungary Empire. Julius Menil was an innovator in the coffee industry. He introduced new concepts like pre-roasting coffee, which was revolutionary at the time, and this innovation helped to popularize coffee consumption across all of Europe. Over the years, Julius Menil expanded his operation internationally, exporting their premium coffee beans to markets around the world, and today, Menil coffee is available in numerous countries with a strong presence in Europe right now. Its quality is outstanding. Throughout its history, Julius Menil has been committed to quality and tradition. The company carefully selects some of the finest coffee beans and uses traditional roasting methods to ensure a superior taste experience for all of its customers. Julius Menil had also not only been influential in the coffee industry, but has also made significant contributions to Viennese culture. The coffee houses that he established in Vienna are iconic landmarks. I've been to a couple. And they're known for their elegant atmosphere and exceptional coffee. In recent years, the company has continued to evolve, adapting to changing consumer preferences and market trends. The company remains a symbol of quality and sophistication in the coffee world, but they're trying to meet the demand for different flavor profiles and different roasting styles. Overall, Julius Menil coffee is a long and storied history marked by innovation, quality, and commitment to excellence that has made it one of the most respected coffee brands in the world. It is by far one of my favorites. And so what we have here today is a coffee I picked up in Austria in the Vienna airport. And it is their flagship coffee, but it's in a very special tin. They do a series of art tins. This is the Gustave Klein edition. It's fine ground. It's almost like it's freeze dried in the way it's ground. It's not freeze dried, but it's got that crystallization type aspect to it. And so you can see it's a very nice dark pour. A very nice aroma of chocolate and caramel with a hint of nuttiness, but none of the acidicness that I find with a lot of American coffees, especially craft coffees. In America, craft coffees, and with our current trend to high caffeine content craft coffees, adding that acidiness, this doesn't really do that. It just smells really nice, rich, slight tones of earthiness and nuttiness, but that chocolatey, almost caramel aroma to it. The flavor is very rich and empowering. It's got a lot of notes of that toffee, chocolate, and not the sweet chocolate, but more of the dry chocolate. A little bit of earthiness to it that you get with coffee, and a slight hints of nuttiness. I'm also getting just a tad bit of a sweetness, kind of like a vanilla sweetness to it, but it's very smooth. It's the kind of coffee you can have every day, all day. So not just a morning wake up, high caffeine content, but also something for evening coffee after dinner. I tend to stay away from that stuff because of wanting to sleep. Caffeine tends to keep me up, but this would definitely be a nice dessert coffee to have. Now, traditionally, I would use a press pot or a mocha pot. So most European coffees, I like to put in a mocha pot and do it that way and make what we call a cafe americano, which is going to be that mocha pot, almost espresso richness to it, and then add some hot water to get the desired kind of uh, darkness flavor profile. So this is just something very excellent for me. Make sure you do hit that like, subscribe. Check out Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all that stuff. And let me know what next coffee to do. Cheers.